My name is Mejia-Beal. I'm running for office because it's time that we have more working class folks in Springfield. I've been in the mortgage business for over 10 years, where I dealt in property tax and dealing with finances. And that's something that we need more of down in Springfield. Part of what I do outside of my 9 to 5, I'm a council member for Howard Brown Health, which is one of Illinois' only pay what you can healthcare providers. I'm a climate chair for the NAACP, and I've also been a political organizer. I was the program director for the Democratic Party of DuPage County, and I organized campaigns for folks like Chris Kennedy and Renato Mariotti. And I have a track record of going to Springfield and working with representatives and getting things done.
What are your thoughts on changing the state's current flat income tax to a progressive income tax?
That's a good question. I think anything that helps middle class families pay their bills is good. I am happy that this is something that the voters are going to get to vote on. That gives me assurance that we don't have a bunch of bureaucrats in Springfield just raising our taxes all over the place. I think that everyone should pay their fair share.
How do you plan on balancing the fiscal realities with the social needs of the state?
The problem is that we tend to look at the fiscal and the social separately. That is our state's problem and our nation's problem. The budget, our budget, is reflective of our moral code. Every state's budget is reflective of their moral code. We can have fiscal responsible governance and provide socially. Our government tends to not interact with the constituents on a daily basis, and that leads to social problems becoming a burden for the taxpayer later. If we can get ahead of these issues by electing legislators that actually talk to their constituents about social issues, we can allocate funds better before the issue becomes an untenable issue.
Do you support the Clean Energy Jobs Act?
Absolutely. As the climate chair for the NAACP, I am working on getting that passed. Anything that both creates jobs and saves the environment is a necessity. This is an opportunity to invest in women in STEM, something that this state has said we would be doing. We need to ensure that green technology jobs are right here in Illinois. That's my goal, to make Illinois the hub for green jobs.
What actions are necessary to improve ethics in Springfield?
Well, it's a very good question, because we definitely keep the FBI a lot busier than we should for a state. Number one, banning red light cameras. It's a money grab. It's a way for crooked politicians to put more money in their pockets. They do nothing to keep our communities safe. Number two, being a career politician was never the way this democracy was supposed to run. Our founding fathers who started this country had jobs. We have way too many folks in office that their career has been in politics. That's all they know. They can't act ethically in regards to their communities because they're no longer a part of said community. Number three, tougher penalties for our elected officials that get caught breaking the law. They violate the trust of the public, and there should be a price to pay for that. Why should the League of Women Voters vote for Mejia-Beal as your representative in District 42? There's various reasons. Reason number one, COVID has shown cracks in our child care system, and women are the ones that are bearing the brunt of that. Proper legislation in Springfield can fix these issues. Another downside to COVID has been domestic violence spiking across our county. I'm an advocate for tougher penalties for violent crimes, especially domestic violence. There's no place for it here in our state. I also support women and their right to make whatever medical decisions they deem appropriate for their own lives. That is where I stand on that issue. I also believe our property tax and pension issues need help. We're in trouble. But the way to fix them is not to take away from our education and our infrastructure. Those are issues that I will fight for down in Springfield and get done. What District 42 is missing is gainful representation. So please know, when I'm sent to Springfield, when I make a vote, it will matter. When I'm behind closed doors in those committee meetings, it will matter, and your voice will finally be heard in the bills that are passed.